I have some repaired guitars today. The first one to show off is a First Act ME537. It's had a tuner replaced, got a little scar touched up there, you can barely feel it. All the fret ends have been rolled, nice and smooth. I actually replaced the highest up 2 frets with new frets. Saddles adjusted for height and intonation. Pickup height adjusted. So before I start playing, make sure it's in tune. These tuners seem to hold tune okay, but it's hard to get it in tune. It's like first it's too low, you turn it a tiny bit, then it's too high. I want to make sure it's perfect at the beginning of the demo. Then I'll test it at the end to see how out of tune it's gotten. I'm going to be playing through this teeny tiny Pile FG10. It sounds great for its size. First round will be clean tone. The next repaired guitar I got to compare is a Slammer by Hamer. These are the original tuners, but the green buttons are replacements. Making sure it's in tune. These tuners are pretty manageable, pretty precise. So this guitar's had full setup including nut slot filing, truss rod adjustment, polishing the frets, making sure the fret ends are good, adjusting the saddles for height and for intonation, adjusting the height of the pickups, and cleaning the electronics with deoxit. Also repaired a dent. I covered it with polyurethane. You can barely feel it. Here's what it sounds like using the bridge in the middle pickups, tone all the way up. This tracing drawing of Jimmy is removable, it's just contact paper. I will thirdly direct your attention to this Semic Greg Bennett Malibu. Tuners have been replaced, obviously. Had a full setup, truss rod adjusted, nut slots filed, electronics cleaned, saddles adjusted for height and for intonation, pickup heights adjusted. I also touched up a ding here with black nail polish and one right here. I think it turned out pretty well. These tuners do stay in tune, but a little bit finicky to tune up. Also, I should mention, this is the only guitar of the 4 that has not original pickups. These pickups are from Squier Standard 2001. They're Alnico pickups. So again, here's the bridge and middle pickup. The fourth competitor in the contest, not really contest, is this Dean Les Paul style. It's got pretty decent tuners on it. It's had all the usual stuff of a setup, truss rod adjustment, nut slot filing. I put a shim in the neck. I made sure these strap buttons are in tight. Adjusted the saddles for intonation and the height of the action. Height of the pickups. There's one big repair in the body. There was a dent there. It's all smooth now, but it's kind of ugly still. You probably noticed the fine-tuning tailpiece and the bridge that has roller saddles. First you just get it roughly in tune with the tuners on the headstock. Then you do your fine-tuning with these kind of Floyd Rose style thumb wheel screws. You just turn it a little bit, it responds, and it doesn't go too far. Perfectly in tune. Here's that scale in D major. was about to get into doing some demos with gain last night when I had to stop for the night. So now it's the next day. I'm gonna pick up where I left off, but after the guitars have all gotten cold in the night, I wanna see if they're still in tune. So you see 6 pairs of dots, that's each string. It looks like the low E here is a little low. So the first act is pretty much still in tune. Okay, so just the low E by itself. It's almost in tune. Looks like the slammer's mostly in tune. Is the B string a little low here? It looks like it's mostly in tune. I'm gonna leave it. It's almost in tune, just a little bit low. Huh. The D seems to be out of tune. It might be because I just put the fresh strings on there. So the D and G are a little too high. They're probably gonna go a little low because I'm gonna start playing pretty hard now. Starting with the 5-3-7. The slammer, I'll be using the neck and the middle. There's like a professional secret of maneuvering straps, which you really shouldn't have to do if you're a pro. Not that I'm a pro. I mean, I know, you look and you listen and you're like, definitely one of the world's best. We're known worldwide, jammed with all the top guitarists of my day. But really, I just play for fun. Much better. Alright, let's see if the Dean can hold tune at all. Stepping up the amp to the Crate G10, play some riffs. First, using the G60 on clean with a medium amount of reverb, play something a little jazzy. The middle pickup on the slammer. that jazzy scale I play. Middle pickup with the Alnico pickups. Using both humbuckers. Now, to channel A. Any guitar that stays in tune through that, I'd be pretty impressed with. I'll let the polytune be the judge. Let's see how the first act did. It looks good. That low E is just a tiny bit low, like it was when I started. Now the slammer. Okay, looks like the G and the B getting a little bit low. That low E is lower than it was. A little bit. On the Malibu, looks like that low E is a little low. Maybe the high E is a little low. But I was playing that high E pretty hard. I was playing the Dean harder than the other guitars, so let's see where that is. Oh, it's exactly where it was when I started. Looks like these tuners are as good as the others. Maybe the B is starting to get a little bit low, but that high E is holding up and I was playing it pretty hard. Well, these repaired guitars, they have a few scars on each of them, but they'll play and sound great. If you want a really good deal on a guitar, get an ugly one. What's important to you is how it plays and how it sounds, and your budget. The way to go is to get something that's less than perfect in the looks department, and then just put a sticker on it.